It's been a little while, and now both girls are having pretty hard contractions. Just about at the same time. So this might get a little bit crazy, and I don't know if I'll be able to film either of these kittings if they both decide to go at the same time. Kit was laying down just a little bit ago, but she stood up. But she's pressing her head into the wall. So definitely feeling something right now. Calamity is all sprawled out. Oh. Just gotta wait for one of them to start pushing. Now she's up, and then I bet Kit will go right back down. Definitely got a contraction going on. She's really sunk in back here, and that tail is pinned all the way up. Are you gonna have your babies? Are you gonna beat Kit, or is Kit gonna beat you? Looks like Kit's having a contraction over here now. The tail goes up. All the bits sink in. Oh, that's a big one, isn't it? I'm not sure who's gonna go first here because they're progressing at about the same rate. I would assume Calamity could go first because she's more experienced, so it should be a faster process. But Kit could surprise me. Well, Kit's going first. You can do it, Mama. So hopefully Calamity will hold off until Kit's done. Oh my goodness, is that already a foot? Hopefully you got more than just one foot coming. We might have a problem. You can do it, Mama. You got this, Mama. Your sister did it. You can do it too. You gotta push it out a little more so I know if you need help or not, hun. You're okay. You're okay, honey. Just lay down. Lay down and focus. Lay down. Good job, Mama. That doesn't look right. Okay, you have a bubble coming. There's just a lot of dry goo at the front there, which Kit has been leaking goo for about a week and a half, so I'm not surprised there's a bunch of dry ooze right at the beginning. but it feels like there's a bubble coming next, so we should be okay. What I originally thought was a hoof was just a really white piece of goo there. So we're doing all right. Again, this is her first kid, so this is going to be a little harder for her than an experienced mom. She's not quite as stretched out as everybody else. Hopefully her kids come out a little bit better than her sisters did. Little Bits, I think it was her second baby. I'd have to check. One of Little Bit's babies came out just head first. So I'm hoping KITT does not have that same problem. You can do it, Mama. You're a champ. Your sister didn't want to push at all. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing so good. Oh, nice. Standing up might help a little bit. Use a little bit of gravity. Yeah. So my estimate for KITT originally was 1 baby, but it was also, I also guessed 1 baby for her sister, and her sister popped out 2. So now I'm suspicious she may have 2 as well. Her udder is a lot better than Little Bit's was. It took Little Bit a few days to get an udder about that size, and that's still a very tiny udder. Yeah, I don't think you have more than 2 in there. If you do have more than 2 in there, they're gonna be tiny. You're doing so good. Calamity's over there laying down now, so hopefully she doesn't start to push. Good job! You almost got it. There you go. That's a bubble. Now you're gonna have to get a baby out. Yeah. You gonna take a break? Yeah? Okay, here you go. Good job. You're okay. You gotta keep going. I'll give you a few more tries before I check to make sure it's all good. But you can do it. Good girl. You can do it. You can do it. You're doing so good. I see something. Kind of looks like another bubble. So if that first bubble was just the water bag, which is awfully gooey to be a water bag, then this one should definitely be a baby. You're doing fantastic. You are. bubble. I don't quite see anything in there. You're okay, I'm just bringing a light over. I don't see anything in the bubble. Hope your baby's not stuck. Yeah, I'd hate for your first time to be a pole. You can do it. You gotta keep pushing. Keep going. Keep going. You're only like a third of the way there. You don't even have a part of a baby showing yet. Yeah, you gotta keep going. Okay. Keep going, Mama. The baby's gotta be right there. Yep, it's gotta be right there. Oh, pop the water. Don't get distracted by the slime. Yeah, you gotta lay back down. You gotta push. So unfortunately, we ended up losing KITT and her baby. We had the vet out. The vet attempted to reposition the kid and get it out, but unfortunately, KITT's uterus ruptured and the vet said we should just put her down because they usually end up going septic and they don't survive recovering from a torn uterus. So we lost KITT and the baby. It was just a bunch of bad things lining up all at once for her. So the kid was huge. It was one single buck kid, and it was the size of a fainting goat baby. So KITT was a Nigerian dwarf. There was no way that kid was gonna fit out her pelvis as a first freshener. So because she was a first freshener, she hadn't passed any babies before, and her pelvis was narrower than, say, a goat that's had a baby or two before. Now, I think even a more experienced Nigerian would have had trouble with this kid because it was huge. We would have considered doing a C-section for her, but unfortunately she did tear before we got to that option. We did spare her the painful recovery time of a C-section, so that's a plus, I guess. But that was really devastating. She was one of my favorite goats. She was our only moon-spotted doe. It was her first kidding. We were really excited for that one, but unfortunately, all of our bad luck lined up in one kidding, and we lost her and the baby. That's the first time I've ever lost a doe due to kidding complications. I've always been able to get the babies out, but that one was just too big and its head was back. And it makes me really nervous going into the next group of kidding because we do have one Nigerian in that group. That's Mary. Mary is in that group. She is not a first freshener. She's very experienced. She has always done really well for us, but my anxiety is telling me that it's gonna happen again and we're gonna lose more goats. So, not fun going into the next group. They're not due for a few more weeks. They're due in May. I think the first one's due May 5th, 6th, somewhere around there. Mary's due May 8th. But, so unfortunately, our first group of kiddings ended with a tragedy. However, we did get Calamity here. As you can see, she's got two babies back there. So these babies are adorable. It's fantastic that she had two. It's just a little bittersweet since we lost Kit and her baby. But that's a risk you take when you're a breeding goat. That is what I was worried about with the Nigerians, is them having one single baby. I'm very careful with their diets while they are gonna have babies. Just in case they do have a single, I wanna make sure the babies stay small. So they don't get any grain or anything like that. They just got hay and a little bit of beet pulp for extra calcium. And that should not grow a baby to that size. But I guess Kit was an overachiever and wanted to have one big baby. Hi, sweetie. Had Kit had twins, I'm pretty sure she would have made it. But unfortunately, it was one giant buck. Kit was the wide-bodied one. She was super healthy. But there's nothing you can do when you have a kid that's too big to get out, and unfortunately she tore before we could even think about doing a C-section on her. Not counting Kit's baby that didn't make it. We have 18 healthy kids on the ground. These two were the last two, and they're pure red fainting goats. I know, their mom is hungry. I need to bring them hay, but I wanted to check on them first. So this little brown one is a buckling. He's polled and brown-eyed. This little white one back here is a doeling. She's polled and brown-eyed. These two are Remington's kids. So it's nice to see that he can throw some polled babies. There was a slight chance for blue eyes because Calamity has blue eyes, but neither of them got that gene. And they're doing great. I think I'm gonna call the girl Domino, and I think the boy is gonna be Wade, kind of like Deadpool, so Domino and Wade Wilson. Over here, Jinx is with her triplets. She's having a little trouble feeding all three. This little doeling here, the horned one, she is a little bit smaller than the others, and she's a little bit thinner. So I have to hold this big chunky girl here back when Jinx comes in to feed them, because this one is stealing all of the milk.